Let's see how can we check if a list is increasing or not. We can do that in a very straightforward in a semantic. We need to iterate starting from 1 up to the length of the list, which will allow us to try every element starting from the second element. Every time we are checking the item against the previous item. That's why we started with 1 here. If we started with 0, this value would be -1. This is how we can check if the list is increasing or not. Observe here, I'm using the list equal list map of int to convert the complete bunch of numbers to a list of integers directly. So this is how we can compute it. In Python, sometimes we prefer to make the code more Pythonic, more depending on the utilities. The iterative style is more of C++ and Java style. If we can avoid it, we avoid it. And also sometimes it's very slow compared to the Pythonic way, because the Pythonic way might have some more improvements behind the scene. So here is one way to try to make it more Pythonic. I did the following. Let's say that we have an input like 10, 20, 30, 40. If we can create a list like 20, 30, 40, 40 and compare both of them together, we can know the list is it increasing or not. So the moral of that is, if you have this list and you made it one shift, then now you are actually comparing 20 with 10, 30 with 20, 40 with 30. The moral of that is I wanted to use directly the less than or equal operator, which is comparing item by item as we learn it. So the question now is how to create such a list. First of all, I am taking a copy of the list here. And then I am removing the first item from the list, and I am adding the last item to the list here. The last item is used because suppose we don't need to compare further element with the last element. That's why I'm duplicating it here to be the same. Once we did that, we already prepared the shifted list. I hope you understand the purpose of the shifting. If you manage to learn something that is more Pythonic than that, let me know about it. In the next assignment here, we would like to find the min and max and make replacements to all of them here in the code. So one way is find the min, find the max, and then we iterate, and if the item is min, we replace it. If the item is max, we replace it. Again, this is very, very iterative style, and that's okay. When you learn about NumPy, in NumPy we can make this very Pythonic in an easier way. Maybe with this is too. That's all.